Yo, yo, yo. It's your boy, Marky Marks. Maybe you're psychic on Fridays. That's probably why. You're psychic on Fridays. Nah, that's not manifest. He ain't that good like that. Good try there. Good try. I said, don't hype me up. I ain't hyping you up. It's just me. Every time somebody like I always have a habit of when somebody says something like how you did, I always like deny the person. I'm like, nah, you ain't like that. I do it to everybody. And then be like, or you can be like my nephew. He's like, you never give me no credit. You always I watched my nephews play basketball today. He made a good bit of mistakes, but he's very good, right? But he waits for me to tell him that he's good. I'm like, I ain't gotta tell you you're good. I know you're good, but like, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and I'm gonna point out your mistakes because that's what you gotta work on to be better. I'm not gonna tell you like, yeah, my youngest nephew's team lost, but my older nephew, his team won. I watched the last half. He came over. He was happy I was there. He came over to me and gave me a hug. Both of them gave me a hug in front of everybody. There's some people there that know his dad, know their dad, well, their deadbeat dad. And to see me there, they don't say nothing to me because they know I'll fucking slap the shit out of them or else, I'll fuck them off. But they don't say nothing to me. They probably go back and report to their dad. Oh, their Uncle Mark was there watching them play. He's always picking them up. He's always doing everything for them. What are you gonna do? Nothing. Like his first cousin was there, and her idiotic husband, who is one of my DJ rivals from back in the day. They completely like went around me. They avoid me, see, because they know, and I'm saying something to them. Like, fuck out of here. Fuck you looking at. I always like to intimidate people I don't like because they deserve it, because they don't like me for no apparent reason. But I always get the last laugh anyway, because my nephew is better than his dumbass son. So yeah, when you're the guy, you can do things like that. That's why I don't fear nothing. I ain't worried about nobody. Hey, Maria, how you doing, sweetie? You good? Hold on. Speak of my nephew, he's texting me now. He says he's not going volleyball tomorrow. Every Saturday, I take them to volleyball. So I think both their volleyball practices got canceled. All right, cool. So that means tomorrow I can work instead of taking them all over the damn place. That's good. I had a feeling that was gonna happen because they just came back from Boston last weekend and they won the silver medal. So I think they're gonna like let them take a break. You know. Yeah, I went to one today for dinner. It's called Pinky's, but they're kind of slacking lately, to be honest. Like, sometimes, well, I wouldn't say like, I mean, they slack in certain areas, but one thing about me, I'm very critical of a lot of things. Like I'm a critic. I diss shit that's not on point because the thing is with me, a lot. No, it's like McDonald's. It's like Bermuda's McDonald's. It's called Pinkies. So they've been around for years, but they just upgraded to like the first drive-through. We only have one drive-through in Bermuda, and that's it. And that's the one that we go to. I know some people that work there and stuff like that, so I go there. The food's good. It's been really good, in the past couple months. But like the last couple times we went, it's like, we're like kind of, criticizing some of the food. But I'm the type of person like if you talk the talk, then you gotta walk the walk. So if you're talking about your restaurant, for instance, and how great it is and how much, you're this and you're that, and then you come up short and you serve bullshit or you do bullshit or you don't like stick to your standard of every single time, then I'm gonna sit there and dish you. I'm gonna say, what the fuck's this shit? Like, this is bullshit. How could you serve me this if you're going around talking all this hype? So that's why like I diss people because you and diss these companies because they run their mouth about how great they are and then they fuck up. They're full of shit. They don't do what they're supposed to do. It's just like we have KFC here. That's the only American franchise we have in Bermuda is KFC. And KFC renovated their whole place. They renovated, they made it all new, and the food is still shit. It's still one of the worst KFCs. But apparently everybody loves it, but not me. I don't eat that shit. Hell no. I don't really like KFC like that. Like this place, Pinky, sells better chicken than them. And there's another place called Pizza House in Bermuda. They sell better chicken than them too. Fuck, I could make better chicken than them. Fuck that shit, man. That shit trash. I don't eat. I couldn't tell you the last time I went to KFC. I haven't even been there since it's been new. I don't really go out and eat at places. I eat at Mark's Grill, my kitchen. Anything that comes out of this fucking kitchen is on point. I'm cooking that shit. Me, I cook better food than some of these restaurants. Mark's Grill, mofo. Real shit, real food, fresh food, good shit. No burnt shit, no tasting shit, man, real shit. That's what's up. I live up to my name. If I'm talking shit, then I'm him. I have posted my meals on here. It's on my Instagram. For somebody who's on my Instagram calling me, you don't look at my damn photos. I post up pure food every time. Every week I post up steak, lobster. You be too busy looking at me and not paying attention. You should be looking at damn food. No. I know I'm many teeth. That's good you don't stalk me. I don't need no more. I have posted some videos on here. I have a video on here from way back making cookie brownies and I made clam chowder with my nephew. But I have a video on here where I take a live lobster and I cut it in half. And this girl was like, "Oh my god, you cut a live lobster? That's so cruel. You should let these animals live. And I'm like, shut up, ho. You ain't even know nothing about no lobster. Ain't no man ever bought you a damn lobster. That's why you're criticizing the damn lobster, you dumbass. You've been too busy going fucking Burger King. That's all you're worth. I dissed the shit out of that woman that day. It's like, oh my God, that's so cool. I said, people do this shit every day. What are you gonna do? Take me to jail for killing a lobster? Let nothing there. God put that shit on earth for us to eat. And if I don't kill the lobster to eat it, a shark's gonna eat it. Or a big ass fish is gonna rip his legs apart and eat them one by one. So what's the difference of a fish killing it and me killing it and eating it? Why do you think that shit's on the earth for? For us to eat. What you want me to do? Eat fucking watermelon all day? And then when I pick a watermelon up and take it home, you're gonna say I should let it grow. I should let it grow more, or like rot away in the fucking thing and not eat nothing else. Yeah, fucking dumbass. Shut up. I'm being serious though. Like people are stupid, man. They like all these vegans and all these people like that want like chickens to live and now you're not supposed to like eat eggs and eat this and eat that. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. If you don't like something, then leave it alone. Don't complain about it. It's what the people want. You know, we have to eat what God put on the earth. What you want me to do? Eat a person? You fucking idiot. Do I like stuffed crab? Yeah, I like crab. I like all seafood. Here in Bermuda, everybody eats seafood. Like today, I went to go to every Friday morning. I go see my friend. I bought fish and I bought a lobster. I bought two lobsters actually, one for me, one for my sister. So I spent over like $100 on like fish and food and shit. But I make everything. I eat chicken, fish, I eat steak, I eat lots of things. You having fun over there liking my photos? There's something wrong with you. No, I'm getting all these likes from Shania. She's on here and on Instagram at the same time liking my photos. She ain't it's not our fault. See now she's stalking my Instagram, looking at my food. Yeah, I like food. I don't like people liking my pictures. Yeah. I pretty much cook every day except for maybe once or twice, maybe. My sister barely cooks because she's always working, and she'll probably cook maybe once a week. I'll cook probably 5 times a week, and then we'll go like take out once a week. Like today for lunch, I had breakfast lunch. So I got like I made two fried eggs, sausage with cheese on a croissant. That's what I made for my lunch today. I won't go so I hardly ever will go to a restaurant and buy lunch. Maybe once a week I'll do it. But I rather make my own food. Because I don't know what these people are doing to this food. I don't know what these people do. I'd rather buy my own shit and cook my own shit. I don't really like spending money on other people's food. I want to buy my own. Yeah, a lot of lobsters. Yeah, I eat lobsters all it's see here in Bermuda there's a lobster season. So you can only eat lobsters so often. So from from April, so from September 1st to April 1st, you can eat lobsters. And then from April, May, June, July, August, you can't eat no lobsters for 5 months. Well, you can eat them, but you just can't get caught. Like, so what I do is I buy a couple of lobsters and then I have them in my freezer and I'll eat them. But you're not supposed to, but I don't give a fuck. You ain't worry about me. They're more worried about a fisherman catching them and selling them. They ain't worried about somebody eating them. But I was just telling them I bought them in the season, which I did. I ain't lying. I even take a video and picture. But yeah, you can't eat lobster. You're not supposed to eat lobster after the season's finished. So usually I obey the law and don't do it because some people like to be snitches and be like, yeah, So, no, not me. I don't catch lobsters. I buy them from my friend that catches them. A friend of mine, he's got a business, a fishery business. He catches lobsters, and nothing's wrong with it. You just can't do it. What it is, they have an off season, so that way they grow, and you can catch them for the next season. Like they don't want you to keep getting them all year round, because then there won't be none left, apparently, which is bullshit. I think this year is the year I've seen the most lobsters ever. And they said that, lobsters are going extinct and blah, blah, blah. The Bermuda government's a bunch of morons with suits on that don't know their ass from a hole in the ground and probably never been fishing in their life. But if you're an island like Bermuda in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean where there's no land for hours and hours and hours and miles and miles and miles, how the fuck is it dying out? How the fuck is there no lobsters if everybody's catching? You keep saying there's no fish, there's no this, there's no that. That's bullshit. It's all bullshit. It's all a conspiracy because the government's so mad that these people are making all this money on fish. People make millions of dollars every year off of catching lobsters and fish, and they can't stand it. Instead of being happy and eating the shit and shut the fuck up about it, then they'll be all right. But the government's a bunch of morons. That's what they are. Mostly every government in the world is a bunch of idiots. What they do is take. They won't say that their fucking laws and rules are extinct, but they're going to talk about fish and lobsters are extinct. That's bullshit. I've been fishing my whole life. I have been fishing the waters of Bermuda my whole life. And there's never a time where I ain't caught no fish. And it's like, yo, where's the fish too? That's bullshit. There's videos all over YouTube of guys catching bass fish every day. Pure fish. Those fish are swimming all around our island. Every day. They're in the ocean. The ocean's bigger than the earth, than the land. So like we're a dot in the middle of the ocean. Like really, bro? How can fish go extinct? How can there not be no fish? Fish are swimming across here every fucking day. Like, what are you talking about? Like, who you think you're fooling? There's never been a time where I can't find no fish or no lobsters. Never. I don't remember any time where I'm like, oh man, let's go look underneath a rock underneath the ocean. I'm gonna go scuba diving because I can't get no lobsters. Man, shut the fuck up. Look at all the tuna fish that are in all these cans all over the world. Every place in the world sells tuna fish. Tuna ain't going extinct because the ocean's too big. There's always gonna be a lot of fish. I have fish in a tank next door, and they are already bred. I've only had those fish for 3 months, and they're already having babies. Those mofos, they got like 400 fucking babies over there. They ate half of them, and the other ones all swimming around the tank. So just imagine, those 5 fish had hundreds of babies one time. And just imagine when they're all in the ocean. Man, shh. That's why I can't listen to people like talk about stupid things like that because I makes me want to slap them. Yeah, they eat their own babies. Fish eat fish. It's life. Yeah. I remember my nephew came running over here. Hey, guess what, bro? Look, these guys said there's like hundreds of fish over there. I said, nah, by the end of today, the half of them will be gone because they eat them. You serious? I'm like, yeah, you don't remember the fish I had? And they breed like hundreds of babies and they eat half of them. And then sometimes, like after a week, you'll see about maybe 20 left. Well, we're not animals, we're human beings, so it's kind of different, but animals, especially fish eat fish. A dog's not going to eat a dog, a cat's not going to eat a cat, a bird's not going to really, a bird will eat another bird though. You see what I'm saying? So it's different, like it all depends. But the only animal that really eats a lot of themselves is in the ocean. The ocean, they eat anything. They eat each other all the time. People are delusional in this world, man. They just say stupid shit just to get you mad, or they act up like. Yeah, I've never seen that before. I've seen like them fight each other but not eat each other. I've never really seen that type of shit. But I'm sure it's possible. I'm sure they'll eat each other if they're hungry. They're animals, so they're of course they will. Yeah. I know birds do. Insects do. That's why when like vegans have a meltdown and they're like, "Oh my God, you killed a lobster, and you killed him while he was alive. Oh my God, you're disgusting. You eat chicken. Leave him alone. Let him lay eggs." Yeah, I have a TV. I see all the shit that's on there. I know people post shit, people show things, and I just don't like looking at those type of things. I don't like when animals kill other animals. Like when they like I don't like watching it. But it's a part of life. Yeah, I love chicken. I eat chicken all sorts of ways. I eat wings, thighs, legs, breasts, fried, grilled, baked, roasted. I don't give a fuck. I eat chicken any way. It don't matter to me. I like chicken in all ways. Whatever I feel like, chicken casserole, chicken noodle soup. I don't give a shit. I'll eat chicken any day, anytime, no problem. But the most I eat chicken and fish the most probably. I love fish more than anything. I love seafood more than anything. I eat fish, shrimp, mussels, crab, clams. I eat whatever, like I eat majority fish. I'll eat tuna fish sandwich. I'll eat tuna pasta, tuna casserole. And then I'll eat pan fried fish. I'll eat grilled fish. I'll eat fried fish. There's so many ways you can make food that sometimes I have a fish stir fry where I'll fry the fish first, add it to rice and onions and mushrooms and peppers and shit. I'll make all sorts of shit. It don't matter to me. Hey Dan, how you doing, bro? Yeah, fish today. What type of fish you had? See, you Americans eat bullshit fish. You guys eat fucking tilapia and fucking haddock and all this other trash, bass and all that junk, salmon and all that. You gotta eat real fish. You good? Yeah, I'm good. All's good in the hood. Yeah, I don't eat bullshit fish. See, we get fresh. The fish that I eat has been caught like a day or two before I get it. I eat wahoo, snapper, Conies, Heinz, rockfish. That's the type of fish we have. It's all saltwater fish. We don't have freshwater like fish here. We do, but we don't eat it. Like, we have some, but not like, it's like ponds that, like, people have catfish as a pet in their like tank. You motherfuckers will eat that shit, but not me. I ain't eating none of that shit. I've eaten tilapia and sway and whatever the fuck those other fish are called. I've eaten salmon. I like salmon, but it has to be like in a cream sauce because salmon is very fishy. And I don't really like fishy tasting fish. It has to be in some type of cream sauce. But yeah, I really like shrimp a lot too. I love shrimp and lobster and all sorts of things like that. I got some, what's in my freezer right now? Shrimp, lobster, and mussels. That's what's in my freezer right now. And that's gonna get eaten this weekend, without a doubt. I like burgers. I like steak. I like to make meatloaf. Like what do you call it? Like tacos, like ground beef. I eat ground beef, ground turkey, ground chicken. I'll cook it up, put them in tacos, or make a meatloaf out of it. It don't matter to me. Like I'm not really picky when it comes to food. I'll eat all those type of ways, all those meats. I'll eat whatever lasagna with ground beef, ground chicken. I don't give a fuck. Like if I can make it, I'll make it, and if it's available in the store, I'll get it. I'm easygoing when it comes to food. I'm not very picky. I eat majority almost everything. The only thing I don't really eat is lamb. Here in Bermuda, a lot of people eat lamb. I don't eat lamb. It doesn't taste good to me. My One of my friends, she loves lamb. Every time we go to dinner together, and she'll eat like a rack of lamb. I'm like, that shit's gross. I ain't eating that shit. It looks good and it smells good. She's like, yeah, you want a piece? I'm like, nah, I ain't eating no poor little lamb. Mary had a little lamb. No, no, I ain't eating that thing. Poor little thing. I don't eat goat and oxtail and all that Jamaican stuff. I don't really eat all that type of stuff. It's not that I don't like it. I just prefer not to eat it. You know, those type of meats, I'm not really a fan of. And like, there's a lot of people who eat deer and all that shit. Like, I'm not really into all that. I don't really eat all that type of stuff. That's not what I was brought up on, so I don't really eat that type of thing. I'm sure it probably tastes good some type of way, but I won't be eating it. The only odd thing that I'll eat every now and then is a rabbit. I like rabbit. Rabbit tastes just like chicken. But I feel sorry for that poor little Bugs Bunny. But if they're like in Portugal, they love rabbits. They hunt down rabbits and shoot them and like cook them. One time I was walking through Portugal and this guy had like this long ass stick with like 8 rabbits hanging from it. And he had his gun on one side and the thing on the other. I was like, fuck, this guy killed pure rabbits. Poor little Bugs Bunny. But that one day I was at a wedding, a Portuguese wedding, and they had rabbit. And I was like, let me try this shit. I tried. I was like, fuck, this tastes like chicken. I was like, damn, it tastes good too. I went back and got some more. I'm like, poor little rabbit. I don't give a fuck about him. He's dead anyway. He tastes like chicken right now. Yeah, I'll eat cow and all that, but I ain't eating no sheep and no lamb. Nah. Here in Bermuda, they eat lamb. They don't eat no sheeps. We don't have sheeps and shit like that here. But a lot of people eat leg of lamb or rack of lamb. I eat pork ribs, beef ribs. I eat, ham. I eat pork and all that. Some people say it's disgusting and blah blah blah, but I was brought up on eating pork because a lot of Portuguese people used to kill pigs and shit, and they have like the sausage they make from it, bacon, you know, ham shoulder, ham butt, ham this, ham that. That reminds me, I haven't had ham for a while. I should go tomorrow to the grocery store and get a ham if they have some. Make that this weekend. I'll see. Actually, I may probably make it next week. I gotta see if I can get my hands on a ham. But I'm actually craving ribs, like pork ribs. I love ribs on the barbecue and all that. That shit's so well. But see, only me, my mom, my dad eat ribs. My sister and my nephews don't want them. Like they like it, but they don't crave it like me. I like eating barbecue things, and I just bought a new barbecue 2 weeks ago. So yeah, I mean, I'll eat certain things, but I was raised, on Portuguese food, and Portuguese people eat a lot of different things too. But I don't really like some of the things that they eat. Like their one of their famous soups is kale soup. I don't really like kale like that. I'll eat fried up cabbage, but not like no kale boiled up soup and all that. I'm not really a soup fan. I don't really like eating soup like that. Only if I'm sick, I'll eat chicken noodle soup or something like that, or it's cold and I'm like, I need some soup. I gotta be like in the mood to eat soup. I really, really have to be in the mood. See, here in Bermuda, we make fish chowder and clam chowder. So I'll eat the chowder, but I won't eat like a soup or anything. I'm not really a soup fan. I like it, but I don't really. I'm not like a big fan of. I don't like it. Yeah, even duck, like ducks, I don't eat no duck and all that. And there's like another thing Portuguese people eat. It's like these little ducks or little birds or some bullshit they eat. I don't really like that either. I'm not really a fan of dark meat. But when I eat lobster, people say how gross it is. It's the cockroach of the sea. It's disgusting. I'm like, well, if you think it's disgusting, that's great for me because that means it's more for me to eat. What you don't want, I'll eat. So everything you say is gross is better for me. I'll eat it. I'll take it. People eat a lot of dumb shit in this world, but not fucking me. I ain't eating a lot of this dumb shit these people eat. Frog eggs and frogs and fucking all sorts of bullshit, crocodiles and all that shit. Me, I ain't eating none of that trash. Oh no. No, no. No, no. Being that it's only you guys in here, I'll give you guys a message if you want. I don't think I'm going to be on here too much longer. I need to go to sleep. Actually, I don't know. I have to go sleep early today because my nephew just texted me and said he's not going to volleyball tomorrow. So that means we're all going to be sleeping in tomorrow. Good. Yeah. Dan, you said we're getting ready for my brother-in-law's birthday party tomorrow. Oh, cool. Was he really born on March 1st or was he born on like a leap year 29th? I went to watch my nephews play basketball today. The youngest one's team lost by a couple points and then my oldest nephew won his game. Oh, because I know a few people that were born on February 29th on like the leap year shit, and then they just celebrate on March 1st. That's why I asked. Because technically, if they were born on February 29th on a leap year, then their birthday is March 1st. I always found that kind of weird how that happens. But hey, it happens. I know somebody. Oh, nice. That's good. Hope you guys have fun. So you're saying you're a brother-in-law. So you is that your wife's brother or your sister's husband? Pisces. Pisces people. Oh shit. Five brothers? Oh damn. So that means like you were like a target. Like, yeah, you fucking around with my sister? All five of us will kick your ass, damn. That was me. I tormented my brother-in-laws. I tormented the shit out of my youngest brother-in-law, the one that had a divorce just now. I still torment him every time I see him. I want to fucking beat the living shit out of him for what he did to my sister. He hates me. And my oldest brother-in-law, he hates me too. He don't like me. He saw me in my new van. He tried speaking to me. I just went like that. I was like, man, fuck you. I ain't wearing this thing. I ain't speaking to you, jackass. I know that shit must be haunting his memory. He must be so mad. He be like, Mark's got a new van, better than mine. Fucking bastard. He must be like devastated. He must be dreaming right now with his mouth wide open, snoring. Mark, you got a new van. Oh shit, I'm just dreaming. Yeah, I wouldn't act like a dipshit around him either. That's five backhands. Yeah, I was always protective of my sisters. Well, my oldest sister, I could care less about her now. She's a biatch. But my youngest sister, I protect her at all costs. So like, yeah. Even my brother's ex-wife, I used to torment her too. When she sees me, she turns her head. She's like, no, no, I ain't speaking to that fucking guy. Cause I'm nothing like my brother. I'm way more aggressive and I slap the shit out of you. My older brother, he's just like mouth. He's like, he doesn't say nothing. He's like my dad. Oh, cool. You have a big sister too. It's her birthday today. Happy birthday to your sister. That's nice. I got two sisters and a brother. I'm the third. I'm the third oldest. My brother, he's going 56. I think. Yeah, he's going 56. My other sister's going 52, I believe. I just went 48, and my youngest sister, she's going 45 this year. So yeah. The most pain in the ass time was when we were all young, all six of us in one house with one bathroom. That was probably the biggest pain in the ass ever. And then my dad built a big bathroom, and then life was a little bit better. So yeah, we lived in a ghetto in a small house, and my parents still live in the house now, but I fixed it all up for them. I'm still fixing it. Today I went there today and put some soil. Like the yard had like holes, sinkholes in it, like from the all the rain that we had. So like there was like when I mowed the grass, I felt like some holes in the sand. I mean in the sand, in the grass. So I had to so I took some soil down, like 4 buckets of soil, and I put like 3 buckets and I saved one for the on the side. Like so I went to I always go there every week and do work and shit and do stuff for my parents. Hey Maria, how you doing? Most of them don't want any more candles. Yeah, I don't blame 'em. I don't blame 'em. I'm doing good, Maria. How are you? So yeah, like that's it's just I get along with, I mean, I speak to all my siblings, but I only my youngest sister is probably like the one I talk to. Obviously, she's the one I talk to the most. And and live next door to her. Um but yeah, she's like, her and I are very close. But my older sister, me and her had a big falling out, like two Marias. Shit, I'm gonna read in the chat. A couple years ago, so it was all her fault pretty much. But we kind of like we kind of like speak now, but not really. Like, I'm the type of person, I don't give a fuck who you are. You could be mom, dad, sister, brother. If you like disrespect me, then I don't really give a fuck about you no more. So plus like they're all jealous because the kids love me. So they're all kind of jealous because they do. But yeah, I still, even though I don't speak to some of my siblings like and so associate with them, the boys all associate with me, and we all get along, and we all have a great time, and we all have fun, and they all speak to me, and they all respect me, and all that type of stuff. So I don't really worry about what my siblings do or what they say or how they are. They can kiss my ass, to be honest. Uh, Shania, you can ask your questions when you're ready. And thanks for the PayPal. Yeah, Maria is like a thing now. There's another Maria that comes in here too. There's a third Maria that comes in here. She doesn't come in here too often, but she comes in here too. All three haven't been in here before, like at the same time. Thank God, I'll be getting nuts. Yeah, see, Maria's original name was Virgo Love. Don't you damn well don't make that a habit, because if I leave, don't you dare fucking call me some ungodly hour talking about, I want my shit now and all that bullshit. You gotta break yourself out of that habit. Don't be fucking irritating me. Yeah? Talking about I can wait. I haven't thought of my questions yet. What fucking program you on, woman? You been here all this goddamn time. You ain't thought of some bullshit yet? Oh, Jesus, please help these people. I know you help me. You're probably too busy helping me because like, you probably say, yeah, this motherfucker's got a brain. Like, I love you, Mark. You're a good man. You got to deal with all these crazy people. I have pity on you, my son. I know, Jesus. Please, God. Yes, Maria P. You can donate because Shania's on. Between both of you, you drive me nuts. Inquiring minds want to know. You ever heard that? Inquiring minds never always want to know. What does that mean? Maria P says she's a Taurus, so your birthday is coming up soon. Shania, what's your sign? I can't remember what you said your sign was. Besides pain in the ass sign, what is your astrology sign? It's not easy, Virgo. I'm gonna call you Virgo Love and the other Maria's here. Oh, you're Taurus too? No wonder. No wonder. The two pain in the asses are a Taurus. No wonder. Well, how could I not guess? Oh my God. No wonder. Bullheaded, bullhorns, bullshit, Taurus. How could I have not guessed? Miss Bikini is a Taurus too, but she's not a pain in the ass like you two. She was, but now she's cool. Yeah, Earth signs, damn Earth signs. Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. But Taurus is a fixed sign. I don't really call Taurus a Earth sign. I call him a fixed sign. Yeah, I see that. I have the only other Taurus friend I have that comes in here, but she hasn't been in here for a while. My friend Sapia. Sapia, if you're listening to this, love you, miss you. Hope you're all good. I know you love Aquarius. That's why you love me and you're in here. Dan loves Aquarius too. I always tell everybody I don't really have like Aquarius like serious friends. Just on here. Ninja's in Aquarius. Yoda's in Aquarius. Paris is in Aquarius. Anne Marie, my friend, she's an Aquarius, and I love all four of those Aquariuses. They've been with me since day one. All four of those Aquarius people I named, they've been with me since day one of my channel, and before then, too. Yes, your watcher Walter is a Scorpio. Scorpio men are a pain in the ass too. One of my best friends is a Scorpio. Retina sedated. There you go, Dan. It's weird because I don't have really like no. I don't really have like no serious Aquarius friends. It's weird. Like on here I do, but like in real life, I don't really have an Aquarius person that like I'm cool with or I get along with or is like a you know someone who I'm like yeah we're Aquarius buddies. Nothing. I don't have any. It's weird, but every other sign, yeah. See that I spoke Miss Bikini into existence. I just mentioned her name and said that she's a Taurus. And here she is. See? She must have heard me. See, look, she just had to say it. 420, baby. I never smoked weed in her life. And don't do it now either. All right, Maria, you said, does Walter plan long term relationship mean? I don't know where you conjure up these questions, but I guess it must be a Taurus thing. All right, Maria, let me see what we got here. agree with you right there because Miss Bikini, because my cousin's a Taurus and he won't get a divorce from his wife. He's still hanging on. Well, Maria, I don't see you guys living together like in the next 6 months. I don't see you guys living together. And I checked like for the whole year. The whole year, it's possible, but like I don't know about living together actually, but like that's the only like thing that I don't see. I don't see you guys living together anytime soon. And the reason for that is probably because of what you guys' situation is, you know? Like even being in a long-term relationship, like or being like really like in a serious relationship, he's very timid to do so because of what he's gone through. So like he rather just keep it the way it is for now. And I mean things can change. And the reason why you're not this isn't happening is because I keep telling you like all the time that he until he like has a complete detachment from the baby mama where he just has to like I don't know what his situation is, but like say he's like has to pay child support only and doesn't have to make contact with her, and he knows that if he were to like be with you and live with you, it's not going to affect his arrangements or like his life, because with his energy in the cards, it always shows me like a negative thing. It's never you, it's always him. That's why you keep asking me the questions, because it's what you want. But he wants it, but he can't do it because it's going to ruin everything. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna make things worse for his situation. And like I've explained on here many times, a lot of guys, they won't move in with another woman because they know it's gonna jeopardize the dealings with their kids, because the woman's gonna be like, don't you dare let this woman meet my children and be around my children. I don't know this bitch and nah, 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 nah. Vice versa, so your ex can say, yeah, I don't want this fucking guy around my kids, like, I don't want him living with my kids, blah blah blah. So like it's things like that. So the living together thing, it's possible maybe by the end of this year. It's March 1st right now here, but we're entering March. So by the end of in the next 6 months, so March, April, May, June, July, August, I don't see you guys living together from now until August. But after August and after maybe like the summertime, maybe it's a possibility. But no, I don't see nothing guaranteed. And I'm gonna explain something. Like I know a lot of people don't like to listen to what I'm about to say, because some people like, oh well, that's not a real relationship. Sometimes things are best left alone the way it is, because if you're happy the way you are, then why change it? You see what I'm saying? If you're happy like dating each other and doing and living in your own place and just being happy with each other, then that should be enough, for now. And then let it develop over time. Because at the end of the day, you're not been with him that long. So making long-term plans is pointless in my opinion. Other people have different opinions, but my opinion is this. In order to get to know somebody, right, you got to be at least dating them for like a whole year. And then you could live with them for the following year and then see how life goes. Because you never really know somebody until like you get to really spend a lot of time with them. Living with them should never be a priority in the very beginning or the first year, in my opinion. Now, some people were like, "Well, what about me? I did this, and yeah, but you're a hoe though, so that's why it worked out." And that's what I tell them: you're a hoe. That's why it worked out because you got down on your knees and you made the person want to live with you. That's why. Because why else would they want to live with you? And some people don't like that, but it's the truth. That's the only way people do that shit. You see? Yeah, you do whatever. I don't, you do what you want. I tell you how he feels every day, and it's still not good enough for you. Miss Bikini, you said you're gonna do your brother's flyer. Yeah, just put a picture of him in the middle of the flyer, and just like put like his name and like some roses or something, or make it look cool. It's a good I don't know what app you use or what you use to make the template, but there's a site called Canva, Canva. That's how I do my thumbnails and stuff. And you can like upload the picture and put all these cool little designs, and it's free. Like it's free to use like the regular symbols and things, but you can pay for like to get like different stuff, but you don't have to. But yeah, just a suggestion. But yeah, a lot of people don't want to listen to that. That's why I didn't get too many comments. But people always ask me what if I'm gonna live with somebody right away. I'm like, oh hell no. I have to date you and be involved with you for at least a year, and then I'll think about living with you, and I'll live with you for a year, and then I'll analyze whether or not I want to marry you. But otherwise, that it ain't fucking happening. I'd rather be in my own fucking world and my own life and in my own bed without you aggravating me. Is there a possible marriage for me? Yeah, of course. I always believe that there always will be one day. It's never too late. That's my motto. It's never too late. And I still have hope maybe I will one day, but it's not a priority in my life. It's not something I'm going to go out looking for, that's for sure. Because some people get married just to get married, just to say they're married. Some people have a kid just to say they had sex with somebody and made a kid. You know, somebody will like, some people just are stupid. Me, I'm different. I don't really, have labels put on me just to make you happy. That's not happening. But yeah, it's always possible. It's always possible for me to get married one day. I'd like to. But if I don't, it's not a big thing. I'm not gonna cry or like crawl up in a ball or tell God, why did you, why did you do this to me? That's not my life. Like, I don't really give a fuck if I get married or not. If I do, yeah, great. If I don't, oh well. I'm still gonna live my life. You know? I've seen more divorces than I've seen marriages, so that's not a good thing. It's not to say it's gonna happen to me, but I don't go looking for anything. It's gotta come looking for me. All right, Shania, you finally got a question? What's to come after I treated out my grandmother eat after our date today? All right, let me check. For me to get married, it'll be a big deal. Like it has to be like real, and it ain't gonna be within a year or two. It'll be after 2 years before I even get married to somebody because I have to get to know them. After 2 years, I'll pretty much know if I'm ready to get married to the person or not. And even after 2 years, I'll probably get engaged, but I won't get married right away. Hell no. See, an impatient woman will never last with me. That's why none of my relationships last. Because every woman I meet, they're very impatient. They want to date now, have sex tomorrow, get married next week, and have a child the week after, and then get a divorce in 2 years. You see, I can't deal with a person like that. And don't ever think you're gonna take my child away from me. That ain't happening. You'll go missing. But it happens every day. It happens all the time. That's why there's so many divorces because the people don't even know who the fuck they're married to. All right, Shania, let me see about your grandma. Yeah, I mean, I get that your grandmother was she was kind of like she had kind of like some bad faith, like she felt like kind of weird, or she felt like maybe that the relationship between you and her is not like as good as it could be, or maybe it's kind of like not as great as it was, but she still admires you, she still loves you, and she still thinks that you know um you're her little pumpkin, and she thinks that you've made a lot of good changes. She kind of feels also that you need more common sense. She kind of probably critiques you, or probably like she probably like thinks that you could do better with your life, something like that. You know how grandmas are, like they always like, oh, if I was your age I would never look like that, or I'd never wear this, or I'd never do that. Like she probably like looking at you like that, but she thinks that because you made that personal effort, you know that she's happy, like that she was happy with you, but at the same time she was kind of like in between minds. So she thinks that you can always do better. That's the only thing. But look, but she loves you and admires you. She just has like a little, she doesn't have a lot of complete faith in you, but she still loves you. Probably in your sleep, maybe. But yeah. Like I think she judges you a lot, and she also feels like you hide your emotions, or you could be more practical, or you're restrained from doing things and she wishes you weren't. It's like different things like that, like how she views you. So she might not be the type of person that shows her emotions all the time. So yeah, that's what I get with that. Grandmas are gonna be grandmas. My grandmas did the same shit to me. Joanna, how you doing? What kind of tarot do I use for readings? I use the deck I've had all my life, which is this deck. It's all old and it's like 15 or more years, I guess. And the cards look like this. They got like words on them and pictures, and I read reversals and upright. But yeah, I use this deck, and I have like my own tarot deck that I made. I actually have 3 decks that I made. I have 2 oracle decks, and I got like this deck, which is also like see how it says 2 of Cups, friendships, relationships that develop in a good way, and on the back is a reverse version. I made this deck myself and published it. Like so, I use both sometimes, but a lot of times I don't even need cards. I'll pull the cards, but I'll hear everything in my head, from spirit. Spirit will tell me everything. So the cards are just a tool, but I hear everything all the time. I hear a lot of things. So yeah. But like this deck, like people used to diss me and say that I read like word for word, but this bullshit. I don't do that. I don't do that because I'll be here like 8 of Coins, apprenticeship, craftsmanship, ability to lead, to learn quickly. You never hear me talk like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't do like that. I know how to read tarot. I used to teach tarot. I actually did a Zoom class with like I had a total of 16 people in and out of the class for like a whole month. I taught tarot to people online, and I used this deck to teach them, like to show them how to read reversals, what it means, what you can put your own meaning. And then I used another deck I have, and like you can look at the pictures and things like that. Then I made this tarot deck for people to learn how to like to read the cards properly. But everybody like has their own way, so a lot of people read cards the same way as everybody else. They'll say, oh, you got the Fool card, so take a risk. That's not what that card means. Every card means a lot of things, but it just depends on what you're being asked: career, love, sex, feelings, thoughts, desires, everything's finances, everything is different. You have to learn how to read it in all ways. So it took me a while to learn everything. But I don't even need cards that much. I just like I'm a medium, so I just like listen to what spirit tells me. And they show me things. So I see like movie clips, like how you see, slideshows. I get click, 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 click. They just show me things. So I'll pull the cards and I'll be like, look, I don't even need these things. Look, I'm gonna tell you what the spirit's telling me. So tarot to me is easy to read now because I've been reading it for so long. But I was taught how to read tarot too by my friend. She came in here earlier actually. But now I read for her all the time. Maria, I just got your no, I'm a natural medium. The only thing I learned with my mediumship was how to control it because I didn't know what I was doing. So my friend, her name is Joanna. Something I thought you were her one day. I was like, shit, this has got to be Joanna, but it's not. You're not her, obviously. But I had a friend. Her name is Joanna, and I met her about maybe 20 years ago, and she's amazing. She's a top-notch reader, and she never used cards. I never saw her use tarot cards in my life. She was an outright medium, and she told me many times to develop my gift because I have it. And then one day I read her and she was like, see, I told you. And then, we started becoming really good friends. She's an Aquarius too. And I love her so much. I wish I can see her again or talk to her again, but she's like missing. I don't know where the hell she is. The last time I saw her was like 2 years ago. I went in her chat one time, but I've looked for her and I've seen her. I don't know where she is, um, but yeah, I'm a natural medium. I just never really wanted to do it. I was like, I wasn't scared. I just didn't give a shit. Like I thought because I was getting, high off of weed that I was hallucinating. Or sometimes when I was like drunk and shit, I probably think that I was seeing things or hearing things, but I wasn't. So then when I stopped drinking and smoking 8 years ago, I really like wanted to develop, my spirituality and my gift. So that's why like I know it's real because I stopped smoking and drinking because I was getting deceived on my thoughts. I was thinking, yeah, I'm probably high as fuck listening to this person talk to me. This is bullshit, but I had to change my life in order to like change, to be who I am right now. So yeah, that's a true story. But I've known I know I was a medium from when I was like 20 something years old because I always had spirit talking to me and I just like ignored it. I thought that was because I was high or it was just bullshit. I was hallucinating or dreaming or and then now I understand the real purpose of it. But I wasn't forced to do it. I just had to learn how to control it. So Joanna taught me how to control it to a certain point. And a few of my other older friends that were mediums, they taught me what to do. And then like I pretty much had to like figure out the rest on my own. Now I can control it no problem. So like if a spirit aggravates me, which normally doesn't happen anymore, I'll tell them fuck off and leave me alone. Or sometimes they try to like make me feel what they felt like, in their like death, or they showed me and I'm like, yo, I don't want to see that shit. Cut that shit out. I don't want to see you. You tell me what you show me what this person want. You give me the answer to what this person needs because they're paying me. So you don't fuck around. Like I'll put them in their place and tell them, hey, look, don't do that shit. Like, don't fucking lie to me because these people are paying me. I have to control them and not have them control me. You see what I mean? Like you can control what you get and how you get it, but you have to learn how to do it and be very like upfront with them. And then once you gain their trust, then they give you the right answers all the time. They'll pretty much tell you everything you need to know because they know that I'm going to tell the truth. But if I'm sitting here trying to connive you or bribe you or lie to you, I'm not going to get no answers and I'm not going to be the person who I am. So you have to do your part. Like it's all a process. You can be a natural medium, but you have to control it. And you have to learn how. So I've taught people how to do it because I was taught how to do it. But now it's just a thing. It happens. It just comes to me all the time. But it only comes when I'm on here. It doesn't come to me during the day that much like it used to because they know now it's only for here and that's it. Because I pretty much sit them down and say, look, don't aggravate me during the day, please. Like just please come to me at this. So now I control what I get. I can just turn it off when I want to. So yeah, the power is how you allow it. You can be as powerful as you want, but some people use it in a bad way, which is something that I can never do because I don't want to lose their trust that I've built over the years. All right, Maria, let me answer your question. I would never, you're asking me this question, and I would never ease your mind of your wandering thoughts. Because if that was the case, you wouldn't be asking And I tell you every damn day and every fucking week the same thing. And I think you just like to hear my voice, or you just want me to tell you the same thing. And the reason why you hear the same thing from me is because Spirit's telling me the same thing. Because you want to hear something different, but you're not. Because this is what Spirit has for you. And this is what I tell everybody who comes in here. If you're getting the same answers, it's because there is no other answer. And I'm not going to lie to you to give you a different answer, because it's the same thing every day. It's the same thing. You see what I mean? So you're asking me the same question in different words, and I keep telling you the same answer in the same words. So I don't argue with anybody about this anymore. You wanna listen to the same thing? There's no problem. I'll tell you the same thing. Because I'm actually to the point in my life where I'm not gonna argue with anybody anymore. It's whatever you want. Yeah, it's true. I used to be on here fucking people off, telling them, don't ask me no more questions, don't do this. I don't even do it no more. I'm like, whatever. You want to hear the same answer over and over and over, that's up to you. I gotta pay for my electricity and my bills anyway, so you want to contribute to that, that's up to you. But how did the first question get you thinking? What did I say to make you think? I told you to do the exact same thing. You're just a Maria. How long you been with Walter? You want me to go through this again with you? You want me to like go down the same road with you again? You've been with Walter for a couple months, right? So what the fuck do you expect to get out of a relationship after a couple months? This is my point. You people, you want too much. You're not gonna get these things like that, you know? Right, a couple months. It's not even been a year yet. See? And you're still together. But see, some people can only be in the relationship they're in now because of their circumstances. And then if you try to change Walter's life, he's going to tell you, go away. You see what I mean? So you have to ask yourself, am I content with him and the way things are? And can I be patient and wait for things to get better? And right now, is it worse or is it better than it was last month? That's what I want you to ask yourself. That's my question to you for free. And that's your answer to your question. And see, I got the exact same answer again. Spirit is the best. They give me the same answer. They never switch on me. See, they tell me everything. See, so then why is your mind wondering about something that is not, or because you didn't get the answer you wanted to the first question, you're starting to doubt what's gonna happen. But you shouldn't, because things change. You know, what I tell you today can possibly change. You know? But you have to remember, see, a lot of women and men, when we get ourselves involved with someone, you already know he has a baby mom. You got a baby daddy. So what makes you think life is going to be so great and easy with a person in that situation when you know you're in the same situation? Now, say you were dating me, and I have no wife, no kids, no nothing. You would probably worry less because I have nothing to hold me back from being with you. Correct? I made my point. See what I'm saying? So when you get yourself involved with someone like that, or with a person that has those responsibilities, then it comes with has to come with an understanding that that person has obligations. That person has the same life in a certain way that you do. Exes, baby daddies, baby mamas, kids. See, when all those things are involved, the relationship is much more difficult. Where if two single people that never been married and never have kids, they have nothing to worry about but themselves. And I'm not saying don't ever go after somebody with kids. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, if you want so many great things to happen, then you got to understand the predicaments that you put yourself into and the person that you choose to love or to be with. And you always have to remember that both of your lives can change in a heartbeat. You see? That's just like that. That's why patience is one thing, but common sense is the other. You have to have the common sense to understand that no matter what the predicament or situation you're in, anything can change. Anything. And I don't even want to say the things that can change because I don't even want to put it out there. But you know what I mean. You got me? That's just my advice to you and to a lot of people. Because I know like that's what people go through. So to answer your question you've asked me, he thinks that you're the perfect person for him. And I've already told you this. He thinks that you and him are compatible, that you make adjustments and he makes adjustments. He thinks you and him are a successful combination. He also has fear sometimes that you're going to leave because of the situation he's in. But he knows that you don't judge him like that. Things are going to improve, things have improved, things will develop and has developed, but he has to overcome his past. He has to make sure in the past his efforts don't be the same efforts he's had now. And he wants to have new possibilities, new relationship with you. He wants to like approach his problems and make sure things don't happen the way it's supposed to, you know? But he needs to get new information about certain things in order for him to move on. Once he gets information of what these things, these problems he has, then things are going to be start to move forward. Like I tell you, and I've told you for a while now, you're not the issue. Your relationship with him is not the issue. It's your lives that are the issue. See what I'm saying? So you've been through bullshit with your ex. He's going through the bullshit now with his ex. And you guys have found each other. So acknowledge that finding each other was the best gift for both of you and start worrying about whether or not, you know, you're dealing with that. Because if you're going to be insecure or thinking about him being with his baby mama, then you shouldn't be with anybody who has a baby mama so you won't feel that way. See, this is my point to a lot of people. If you can't handle that, or if you have a problem with it, then don't put yourself in those predicaments. Because we don't live in a perfect world. But sometimes the people that we choose, their lives are different from ours, the same but different. Or we have to like a relation. When you get married, what do you say to each other? For better, for worse, for richer or for poor, for sickness and in health. We say vows, right? But how many of us actually go and deal with those vows for years and years and years? Not many. Capiche? I always try and tell everybody on here, it doesn't matter who you're with. No one's going to be perfect. And everybody's going to have doubts. Everybody's going to have issues. We all don't know who we're really with because we're not with them from the day they're born until now. And when you're not with them, you don't know what they're doing. Neither do they know you. Right. So, you know that saying, if it isn't broken, don't fix it? And that's what that's the reason I'm telling you this, because you're worrying about nothing. Nothing, if nothing's bad, then don't like think it's going to be bad. Because our minds are going to make it bad. That's what I've been preaching on here all this time. If we start thinking negative, then negative is going to get drawn towards us. The devil's going to be on your shoulder saying, ha ha, keep thinking negative, good. Negative ass, I'm going to put all this negative shit on you because you're thinking negative. I'm going to make your manifestation of negative happen. But if you stay positive and you want things to be this way, then you're going to be fine. See, I like Walter. Walter's like me. I tell you the same thing. I tell you the same thing. Yes, we did. I agree, Dan. That was a great quote. I know you worry too much because you're Taurus. Taurus always worry too much. You're like my cousin. My cousin worries about everything. He had dinner with me last week, Sunday, and the whole conversations he had was worrying about what everybody else and his wife and this and that. He's always worried. And I can't, I just listen to him, tell him my advice, and that's it. I don't worry at all, hardly ever. I used to worry a lot, but not anymore. Because I put everything in God's hands. That's it. Every day I tell God, protect my nephews, myself, my dog, my mom, my dad. I pray every day and I have all my confidence in them. And ever since I've done that, ever since I've handed everything over to God and to Spirit, my life has been almost perfect. And nothing bad happens to me. Nothing bad happens to my family. You know? Because I'm positive. There should never be worry about anything. I know it's easier said than done. But people have to understand, if you change your mindset, then your life changes for the best. And when you get to the level that I think, then you'll understand what I'm talking about. I go to bed every night and I don't worry about shit. Because I know when I wake up tomorrow, God's giving me another day to get more things accomplished that I want to get accomplished. Not what everybody else wants, but what I want. I leave everything in his hands. Literally. I don't care about much anymore. I'm a lot different than what I ever was. Because I don't give a fuck. Because I know nothing bad is gonna happen. And if I think something bad is gonna happen, then it will. So I keep that out of my mind. I don't even preach it into existence. You're welcome, Maria, anytime. Yeah, that's what you should say every day. But everybody loves security, Shania. Everybody loves security. Who doesn't? Everybody wants to feel secure. But the only way you're gonna feel that way is if you put your mind to that. If you tell your mind, this is gonna be the way it is. If you tell yourself every day, I'm gonna make my life better. I know what God's doing for me. I know God's got my back. I know my ancestors are there waiting for my questions to be answered. I know they're gonna do what's best for me. I know they're gonna nudge me in the right way. But see, you can say those things and not live it. But you still have to do your part. You still gotta you can't just sit in this chair all day and be like, oh please God, give me everything. And then be like, yeah, okay, go back to doing whatever. Okay, I'm gonna go on the internet and I'm gonna go on Amazon. I'm gonna look at all this shit and then I'm gonna just wait for God to bless me. It don't work that way. You gotta do your part. You gotta put things into motion. And then when God sees you making that change and he sees that you're putting in the effort, he's gonna be like, all right, they actually mean what they say and say what they're praying for. Let me give them what they need. I'm not gonna give them what they want. I'm gonna give them what they need. You got me? There's a difference. So if you don't do that, you're not getting shit. You still got to do your part. Like me, I didn't want to be a medium. I don't want to come on here and deal with you pain in the asses. I don't want to listen to this shit. I don't want to do this. I never wanted to do this, but I did because God wanted me to. And now I'm really happy I did because I'm happy with the people that I deal with and that I help and they appreciate me and they love me and I love them back. You know what I'm saying? It's not a lot of people, but I don't want a lot of people in my life. I got my wish. My wish was to deal with a few people. I don't want thousands of people all up my ass every day. Fuck that. I'll go nuts. I wouldn't even want to be on here. That's why I tell people this ain't my full time job. I ain't coming on here. You ain't drive me fucking nuts. Hell no. No, you won't. You know how many hoes I've dealt with in this fucking room for the past 6 years? You know how many crazy ass people I'm dealt with? I don't want that life. It's bad enough. I would say the past 2 years, things have been very peaceful in here, for sure. But I had some crazy people in here that tried to destroy me, and they didn't succeed. Half are gone. I would say all the worst ones are gone, Virgo. All the worst ones are gone. But the main thing, I still have you. I have Ilda, Ninja, Anne Marie. I have all the people who used to come in here, still come in here from way back. And there's probably more that I don't even remember, um, but yeah, half are gone. Like half are half the people that used to come in here are all gone because they I had to tell them stop being a hoe and be better, or you can still be a hoe, but I'm not gonna read for you no more because you don't understand. And a lot of them just bent their own way. But now I have good new people now, which are all cool. The people that come in here don't bother me like that. And plus, I don't allow people to bother me no more. I'll just dish you and you'll leave. So it's cool. All right, pain in the ass. Number 2, you said, what's to come towards me generally next week that I need to know? You need to know that it's going to be March 1st tomorrow for you. And in the month of March, you're going to have to eat, sleep, shit, buy groceries, pay bills, walk, talk, eat, sleep, drink, and whatever else you do. make wash yourself. Um, yeah, that's what's coming towards you that you need to know. Yeah, pretty much. Anything else you want to know? Generally, oncoming traffic can come towards you. Air, wind, fire, smell, taste, hear. I know I'm a smart ass, of course. No, 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 no. Don't change your question. No, 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 no. I'm gonna answer that question. No, no. You asked it, we're gonna ask it. Because in these cards, it's gonna tell me what you need to know. Don't bug a tourist. Tauruses are bugs. They always bug me. I love you, Miss Bikini. Yeah, yeah, you're my favorite tourist. All right. So next week looks like you're not going to have any solutions to any of the difficulties or problems that you're going to face. Also, I'm getting that family members that you're dealing with, they might be running out of money, or you might have to save them with money in some type of way. You might have to pay somebody's way or pay for something for someone. If you're like a provider, you're going to be like, fuck, I don't know if I should take this risk and pay for this person in my family. Um, Also, like family could be like an issue for you coming up in general next week. Try not to take any risks in things that you know you're not going to get back. So don't lend money if you want it back because you won't get it back. If there's family members around you that like act a certain way about money or about risk taking, then like that's going to be like, whether or not you want to do it or not. Making the same mistakes is like a thing for you, maybe, because they're saying you might be too kind, or you need to like really figure out your generosity towards who you need to be generous to and who not to be, you know? Hey Sophie, how you doing, sweetheart? You good? I feel like your family wait for you to get vulnerable and make you feel like you have a responsibility to them. So try not to do that. Try not to make the same mistakes you've been making all this time when it's concerning family or difficulties, or, you know, if somebody presents a proposal to you, you might not want it, take it that way. Don't do it. You got to learn to say no. And when you say no and the person reacts like a little child that didn't get a lollipop, then that's trying to tell you something, that you're not supposed to be dealing with childlike behavior from adults. The only good thing I see for next week is you might start to begin to understand that, hey, if I do this, I have to do that. And if I have the experience now, I'm old enough now to understand that if I keep doing this, it's not the right thing. So I need to stop doing it so that way I can cover my own ass and my own back. Because if I do this, I'm taking too much of a risk. So this week is going to be a challenge mentally for you, whether or not you're going to be vulnerable, suspicious, or prepare for the worst and make a new decision to say, I need to take care of myself, begin to understand that I can't save the day all the time, and try not to make the same mistakes. Yes, a lollipop. The things I come up with, Virgo, I have no idea. But spirit's probably like shouting it in my ear and I'll hear it. I actually got an image of an adult acting like a child with a lollipop in their hand. That's why I said it. The things they show me is hilarious. But that's exactly how it is. That's why I got the image from them saying that these adults act like kids when they don't get what they want. So it feels like a kid that doesn't get their lollipop. Some people can be grown but never grow up mentally. That's the biggest problem in the world is a lot of people are adults, but they don't act like it. They want to still be a child or they still want to be like kid-like behavior or they still want to, do things that they know they're not supposed to be doing. Like depend on everybody else but themselves. You know what I'm saying? Love you too when you sleep. See, I just made Miss Bikini's night. I told her she's my favorite tourist. So, Shania, it all depends on you. It's your world and you live in it. So you have to determine whether or not you want to go through this bullshit or not. Sometimes you gotta like put your foot down and make a decision that is going to affect a lot of people. But remember, you put yourself in there so you can take yourself out whenever you want. Many times I feel the same way. Like I feel like I help my family out too much, and I don't even think they realize how much I do. And then when if I were to say something, they'll try and counteract me and say, "Oh well, I do this." I'm like, "Well, compare that to what I do for you." But guess what? It's my fault because I do it for you, and I shouldn't. I should say fuck you and do everything for myself, like I'm doing now. Right now in my life, I do whatever I want, and whoever don't like it, that's their problem. I finally did do everything for myself. When I wake up, if I want to go to work, I'll go to work. If I want to go to the workshop and do my own thing, if I want to sit down and watch TV all day, I will. If I want to go driving around, do fucking nothing and gallivant and listen to music, I'll do that too. If I want to come on here for a few hours, I'll do that too. I have no responsibilities, and that's why I have no like serious responsibilities or anybody to cater to or to report to. So that's why life is so good for me because I don't have to be nobody's Superman or nobody's bitch or nobody's fucking financial aid. It don't work that way in my life. I make sure my life is good. And if my life is good, then I'll help you. If not, fuck you, you find your own way. Start praying. Well, it's up to you. It's your world, you live in it. You just gotta make sure you live in it in a great way that you want to live in it. Everybody should be making their own decisions and their own life and have their own ways of what they really want to do. And if they don't, then that's their fault. Your life depends on you. So if you are not happy, it's because it's your fault. You are not happy because you don't want to be. You don't want to change. And that can also vary. You might not be happy because someone passed away in your life. It's different things. So I can be very happy right now, and then somebody passes away close to me and makes me sad. But I'll only be sad for a day, because after that, I realize that I have that person for the rest of my life in spirit. So I have a different mentality when it comes to sad and alone and this and that. Like, I don't let those things get to me, because I live a different life. I live my own life. I don't cater to people anymore. If I feel like I help you, I help you. If not, then fuck you. I don't care. You can sit there all day and beg me. I won't even care, and I won't even have a conscience or anything, because I know you're not supposed to be in my energy. Sometimes we have being the best version of ourselves is saying no, or fuck you, or get away from me, or I'm not dealing with you. That's the less people you have in your energy that you have to deal with and cater to, the best it is for you. Now, like I said, there's different situations. So say if it's you and your mom gets very sick, and you're the only one that can take care of her because your dad already died. So you feel obligated to help your mom. You're not just gonna let her rot there and die, right? Or put her in a home. You want to take care of her, because if it was the other way around, you would want her to take care of you, right? So there's different scenarios, there's different things for everyone. Everybody has a different life and a different way. But me, I'm different, because I don't have kids and a wife. I have this apartment, I have my dog, I have my sister and my nephews next door, and I have my mom and dad. And those are the only people I really give a flying fuck about. Everybody else is irrelevant to me, because those are the only people who I really love and care about every day. Now, my other four nephews, I don't really see them that much, but I pray for them every day, because I love them and they're innocent. They ain't done no wrong to me. They speak to me. They love me. I helped raise them. I wiped their asses and gave them food and gave them clothes and gave them gifts. I showed them right things to do. I taught them things. So they're innocent. Children are always innocent to me. But adults, fuck them, because they're haters, they're jealous, they're envious, they're bastards, they're assholes. And you have to siphon through the evil and the good. And once you do that, you become whole. And that's how life gets better. If we keep catering to everybody else, you're never going to have your own life. And then when you're dead and you're in spirit and you're looking down, you're going to say, look at that. These people don't even give a fuck about me. Like, I don't even exist. And then in spirit, you're going to feel so mad that you're going to try and do bad things to them, because they don't acknowledge you. But then again, that's your fault again, because you should have changed your ways, morals, and values before you died. It's all every single person in this room and in this world. If we take accountability for everything we do, good or bad, then that's how life gets better. Accountability is the first word that should be in your dictionary every day. Accountability. If you take accountability for everything you do, say, believe in, trust, and deal with, then your life will get so much better. Even if you don't want to admit you made a mistake, just take accountability. Say, hey, look, you can say it to yourself. You don't have to come in here and tell me. You can say, you know what, I fucked up. I should have never did this, or I should have never had that person in my life. I should have never took on that job. I should have never spent that $1,000. I should have never got this. I should have never got that. But you know what? I made a mistake. I'm a human being. I'm not perfect. I'm going to take accountability for my actions, and I'm going to go ahead and solve the issue that I put myself in. Don't sit there and be like, oh, I blame you. I blame you. It's your fault. It's your fault. No, no, no. It's you. You are your own fucking worst enemy. You got to take accountability for all your actions and your thoughts and your desires and your life. And when you do that, you'll understand life better that way. And that's it. It's so simple, but people make it so hard. So it's up to you. And that's why life for me personally is better because I took accountability for everything I put myself through. I was always out there blaming everybody and blaming this person and blaming that. So I don't blame nobody no more. I blame myself. It's my fault. And it was hard for me to say that. God damn right. I love my dog. She's innocent too, even though she's a pain in my ass. But everybody's a pain in my ass. And I'm a pain in the ass to a lot of people too. It's all good. At the end of the day, we're not here for too much longer. Every day that goes by, we're getting closer to death. Every day that goes by, we're getting closer to the best day of our life. Every day that goes by, we can take accountability finally for our actions. Every day that goes by, you're getting close to getting the dream that you've always dreamed. Every day that goes by, you can grow another inch. Every day that goes by is another day you haven't had sex, and now it's years. Every day that goes by, etc., etc., etc. Yeah, everyone is a pain to me. That's why I tell everybody on here, Shania, that I love all of you when you're asleep. When you're all asleep, I don't get bothered. But I say it as a joke, obviously. And nobody in here really bothers me like that. Just you. Now I try to come on here and like Virgo, like Maria said, she always listens to you always listen to your intuition, you know, and that's true. I always tell everybody, listen to your intuition. She always says that too. And once you do that, once you listen to your own intuition, you listening to your intuition will bring you accountability. When my sister got a divorce, that's the first thing I said to her. If you take accountability for your actions and for being with him, knowing fully well that he wasn't going to change, and you can live with taking accountability for once in your life for making a bad decision, that's all you got to do. The kids are irrelevant. They're no, they're relevant, but they're irrelevant in accountability because they're innocent. Even though you made kids with somebody that's a piece of shit, it doesn't make your kids a piece of shit. Because those kids' path was meant to be with you making them with an asshole. Right? You're a great example if I can use you for a couple minutes. Maria is a great example. Her son went to the Marines. Right? So she's not with the baby daddy, but that son made his life better. Had his own job, had got his own money. Now he's in the Marines. He went from a boy to a man to a Marine. And Maria's absolutely happy for him. But the only reason he became that child because he had at least one parent that actually gave a flying fuck about him and motivated him and showed him the right way. So now she can take accountability and say, guess what? I take accountability for having a child with somebody who I'm not with anymore, but that's not going to change the love for me for my child. So I just used her as an example of someone who is in that predicament. And now my sister's in that predicament where her sons are evolving every day. I've watched my nephews evolve and win pure sports shit. They won the silver medal last week in a tournament that they have no chance of being the all odds against them. They won the school volleyball tournaments 3 years in a row. And the last 2 years, that asshole ain't been in their lives, and he never went to go watch them play anyway. See? So it doesn't matter if the baby daddy or the baby mama is negative and don't want there to see their kids succeed or don't have any part in their life. As long as one parent shows them love, that's all that matters. You can do the job for both. And I can't stress enough how much it is to take care of your children. Because if you don't take care of your children, you're going to hell. Because the devil don't have children. He has servants and peasants and pagans. Capiche? You understand the words that are coming out of this mouth? It's not easy, but I'm very happy for everybody in here who have changed their life for the better. I've seen a lot of people in here evolve and get better and better every day. And that makes me happy. And I'm not taking any credit for anything. I'm just happy for everybody who changes and makes their life better. You come in here every day and tell me great things, I'm happy for you. If you come in here like a negative fucking Nancy every day, I'm not going to want to listen to you. And I'm going to tell you probably about yourself and then you're going to leave. Or I might get through to you finally. And you might be like, you know what, Mark's right. I need to change. I need to do this. I need to do that. And that's it. I'm not going to be afraid to tell you. But sometimes me telling you might help you. That's how I got better. I listened to my elders. I listened to people around me. Learn from their situations. What you laughing at? Yeah, we learn and that's how we grow. You're right. Yeah. If somebody told me 10 years ago I was going to be here right now doing what I'm doing, I would have told them they're out of their fucking mind. And that's the dumbest prediction I've ever heard. I would say, you think I'm going to sit in front of a computer and shuffle cards and talk to dead people all the time? You must be out of your fucking mind. I ain't doing that dumb shit. I'm an electrician. I ain't doing that. But I'm not starting, but the last 2 years I've been enjoying this more than I do anything else. Because it allows me to have a voice that gets listened to and heard and now gets duplicated into people's minds and hearts. So that makes me happy because I'm getting across to people and people are helping me as well. We all need each other in order for that boat to keep going. If not, it's gonna sit there and drift. So never think that life can't be fixed. Everything can be fixed. Everything can be dealt with. We can all live a better life if we just do it. That's what you gotta do is get up and fucking do it. Don't hold back no more. Make everything better because you know you can. If you do that, trust me, you'll come in here and say, guess what, Mark? I heard you that day and you're right. I did everything you said. Changed my life. And now I feel so much better. I'm going to be like, congratulations. I'm happy for you. Now go to sleep and leave me alone. All right, speaking of go to sleep, that's where I'm going. It's 1:10 in the morning. I'm getting my ass to sleep. I love you guys, especially when you sleep. And I should be here tomorrow, God willing. I think My sister's going out tomorrow and my nephew. I think they're going to like some dinner or some shit. So I'm gonna be here with my youngest nephew, but I'll be on here early tomorrow. Should be here early tomorrow. Shit. I forgot. I have asparagus. I'm gonna eat that tomorrow too. I always tell everybody when I eat asparagus, I get fertile. Probably like I don't know, maybe like 10 o'clock my time. Dan, Maria, Shania, Miss Bikini. I love you guys. I'll see you all tomorrow. Good seeing you. Have a great Saturday. Enjoy the rest of your night. My ass is going to sleep. And Shania, don't you dare call me and wake me up or aggravate me. Kick your ass. No babies, yeah, no babies. I think Maria P is gone, I think. I'm not sure. If you're here, Maria P, night, sweetheart. I'll see you tomorrow. That's all that matters. As long as you do your best, you better not fucking block your ass for good. Good. Hope you sleep all fucking night and dream and dream and hope your phone battery dies. And you don't fucking see it or even recognize it until the next day when I'm already up. Fucking pain in the asses. Alright, let me get my ass out of here. Virgo, don't laugh at her. Don't laugh at her and encourage her. All right, I'm going for real. I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care.